Let's do it. Let's just go live for no reason at all. Let's talk about my book anxiety problems. Let's talk about how to cure book anxiety. Let's talk about how to do that right now. I had to put on my glasses and take them off every 5 seconds. I think I'm live now, and I think I'm live. I think I just got the green light. This is Denise D. Cooper of Booktube Live, where I go live supposedly every Friday. Every Saturday and Sunday. But last Sunday, yeah, didn't do that. So tonight is Wednesday. What am I doing on here live? Because I feel like it. It's my channel. And apparently I'm paying YouTube to uh, upload videos. No, I'm just joking. Or am I? Is it getting to that point? Will we soon be paying YouTube to upload said videos? Will we be paying for the price to connect? Aren't we already paying for the price to connect to one another in some form or fashion? Yes, we are. I'm just a little anxious about everything that's going on right now in life that I just don't know where to begin and where it will all end. This is Denise Cooper. Have I mentioned that already? This is my booktube channel that I got a correction on today. I got an email. I got an email from YouTube. Yes, they email us from time to time. Those of you who upload and create, as they like to call us, creators. I take that. I love that. I'm a creator. That's what I do. I believe that we were created to create. So therefore, I'm a creator on You to the Tube. And I've made sure that I've cornered myself in this little tiny spot of mine, little corner of the world called Booktube. What is Booktube, you say? You guys already know. But for those of you who do not, it is the happiest damn place on earth for a reader and folks who like to talk about bookish stuff and go to the library so they don't have to spend money, because the money that they spent at the bookstores is enough to pay their car notes maybe every third quarter or fourth quarter, or maybe even the first and second quarter. I don't know about your pockets, but I do know about mine. And today I slid right up to the darn bookstore. Okay, sorry. Seriously. Where do I begin? Anyway, where do I begin? Um, I'm going to begin here. Today was a really good day. I went to work and I had a little anxiety, and so I left said work on my lunch break that they give us. You know, we have a whole hour, so I got to go in my car because my son didn't have my car today, so I actually drove myself to work. I'm a little cuckoo because I've got big book. This is a booktube channel. I have book anxiety again, friends. And sometimes when I have book anxiety, I don't know what to do with myself. So on my lunch break, that's where I was. That's where I was with it. I'm holding up a book. I will talk about said book. I didn't say that I was going to talk about a book though, but I'm going to talk about a book. And if you, those of you who noticed this book have read this book with me, I'll be talking about this book a little bit. But today on my lunch break, guess what I did? If you follow me on Twitter, hashtag reading blackout. Thank you very much. That's my year. That's all I got. That's all I'm giving you. But anyway, I was saying I have an email from YouTube and they told me, they corrected me on some things. I've had this channel, this exact same channel, various different names, I know, but I've been Art Books Live or Life since the 90s, since, you know, those are the things that I do. That's all she wrote, basically. I'm an old dog and I have no new tricks. I've always been an artist and I've always been into books, and that's my life, and those are the things that I've been doing since the 90s. Like I said, I still have the same email addresses since the 90s. And so the email that I got, that's what I was saying. The email that I got today from YouTube said I have been a member or uploading videos and a creator on You to the Tube. since 2006 October. Mm. Mm. Hi. If you do not know who I am just a average, that's a lie and a half. I am not your average person. You probably have figured that out, that I don't have many scruples left because I'm getting older. And the older I get, the more books I need to hurry up and read before I meet my demise, as Tupac Shakur said. In the event of my demise, and I love him, and I've got his book and I have it right there so I can look at it all the time, hoping that his brain can like feed me some words. That doesn't happen because when you're gone, you're gone. And so there's no words that Mr. Pac can feed me. However, I do love him and he's beautiful to look at. And sometimes I hope that that beauty somehow rubs off on me, but it can't because he's gone. But I cannot get over it. Mr. Pac is looking at me right now. And I do have a book in my hand and I'm going to talk about this book. The whole purpose of this video is to talk about the anxiety. So all during this said video, I will be talking pretty much like this because I'm a little high. What am I high on? I don't smoke. I don't drink. Well, sometimes you guys see me drink wine, but I'm really a rookie at it. And so one glass is all I have. I haven't had wine since the last time you guys saw me with it. So I do have water and I will slow down. Maybe possibly, because I really don't plan on talking to anybody. I'm just live for no reason other than the fact I've got book anxiety and I'm going to try to figure it out while I'm on live. I don't have any antidote. I really don't have a prescription drug or anything like that I can give you. I've been watching all kind of Spike Lee stuff too because, okay, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, God's Country is what I read, and I love this guy. He is Percival Everett, and he is a writer that I need in my life. And I've called Mr. Everett. If you have been following this channel, you know I have no shame whatsoever. And I called him once I finished reading Erasure eons ago because, wow, I've been here almost 10 years and I read that book like a long time ago in Florida, and I called the man and his secretary told me he was on sabbatical and she said he was gone. Anyway, I didn't get to talk to him, but she was going to let me. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. So if you know that if you read a book and you finish it and you call the writer that you're just a little anxious, yeah, to talk about the next book that they're going to have out there so that you can hear it first from their ears. And that's, I think, part of the purpose why I called him, other than the fact when you look at the back flap, he's kind of good looking. Black man? Yeah, but he's already married and he's got a boy or kids or something. And that's that. And so I can't have him, but he makes me read his books and fall in love with him over and over. He made me giggle and laugh during God's Country. He kind of hooks you. He's like real smart. This is actually a book on race relations, but it's a cowboy western book. He makes you laugh. The names in this book will make you laugh. I'm going to read the synopsis because I really don't have anything else to do but talk to you guys and finish a painting and start another and write a poem for this Saturday. And then I have to get some things ready for another art show, and I'm kind of behind, and I bought a whole bunch of paint and I haven't opened half of them, and I bought some canvas and it's kind of right behind you, and I'm stuck reading books. I went to the library on my lunch break and I'll tell you about it. And I'll show you all the books that I got. The reason I went to the library because I'm anxious, I have book anxiety, and this is what I do. I look really weird and crazy into the eye of the camera and hope that there's nobody there that can actually be embarrassed by the fact that they know me. Hi, Stevie. I know this doesn't embarrass you at all because you're probably dying laughing on the floor like, what is wrong with my twin? What is she doing? Why does she keep making these booktube videos? Why doesn't she just paint and live a silent life off the internet? I'm doing that next year. So I'm trying to get all the crazy out before I go away. Anyway, God's Country is a book about a Western life. It's hilarious. Do not read it in public when you are out in public because it will embarrass you because it's pretty bright. He just basically rings you in. He just like reins you in. How about that word? Reins you in because it's a Western. And then, of course, my hometown is mentioned, or actually my home state of Kansas is mentioned. And of course, I think they talk about Missouri as well, which is right next door, which is where my sisters live because none of my family lives in Kansas anymore, even though that's where we're from. We're still Jayhawks though. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Yeah. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Damon. Hi, little Damonettes and Lisa Etz. Hi, all the Jayhawk fans. Anyway, about this book, it's a Western set in the West, in the Midwest predominantly. Anyway, the names are really cute, and the names actually made me laugh out loud. And there's a part in here that made me laugh out loud. Actually, the whole first part of this. This is the brilliance of this man. Like I was saying, I'm trying to calm down. I'm trying to calm down. I'm still trying to calm down. But the reason why I love this man is because from one book to the next, you don't really know what you're going to get. You read Erasure and you think, oh my God, that's brilliant. Then it has all these little, just all these little fascinating things happening. And then you call him and then you pick up another book and you go, but that's not like the other one. Oh my God, but I'm so taken. And then you pick up another and it's this little child glyph, I think it is. I've got it. And yeah, he talks in a child's voice the whole time. And it's just brilliant. And then Wounded is a Western, but it's not like this Western. Wounded is a Western about a black cowboy who fancies and falls in love with a white woman. And I think they're just totally in love. You never really care. And half the time he writes his books and you really don't know who's whatever. He doesn't just come out and say, this is a white man or this is a black man. And then some of the characters he does by calling them the N-word. So you kind of know. And then, I mean, there are situations where you know that whether they're black or not, but the way he does it, no one that I've read, and I know there's millions of books out there, but no one that I've read does it quite like him, where you just kind of stop and think, maybe I'm the problem. Anyway, so he makes you laugh. He brings you this wonderful Western novel, and they've got these crazy names, and they're riding on horses and mules, and yeah, this guy's house, the guy, the narrator, is a white male, and his house is being not even torn down, not even blown down, like I was going to say. It is set on fire, and they take his wife, and they kill his dog. And every time he goes to the livery, which is a bar, a saloon kind of a thing, you know, you kind of learn things, the livery, where all the little shady characters are in there drinking it up. But he obviously owes the barman a lot of money because he's got a tab that he hasn't paid and he's always trying to get the money from the main character and he doesn't get it ever, I don't think. I don't ever think they settle that. Should I tell you if they do? I'm not going to tell you. How about you read this book and you find out? But anyway, they take his dog, or take his wife, and come to find out his wife only has one dress. And I think his wife might, okay, I'm not going to tell you, but there's this little thing that happens when they're going on a search for his wife, who's been taken by these, he calls them engines or scavengers or bandits or whatever. And Bubba, the black character that he takes to help him find his wife, and the many men who've taken her and killed his dog. But he goes to the library and he tells the story, what happened to his land, how it's all burnt up, right? And nobody cares about the wife. Every time he says, they done took my wife, Sadie, and they killed my dog. Oh, they killed your dog. I mean, he gets all kind of sympathy from the dog being killed. But the wife, not so much, not so much. And so later on, when you find out a little more about one dress Sadie, blue dress Sadie, that is, and something happens that Bubba says when he's trying to find out what's going on and they're hot on the trail or not. I don't know if Sadie really loved the main character, and I don't really know if he loved her either, at least not as much as he loved the dog. But anyway, this whole time they are on the trail of finding these bandits, these scavengers, whomever burnt down his property, his home. He's homeless now, okay? He has nothing but a horse and a man to help him find said one dress, blue dress, two dress, flu dress, Sadie, whatever, and the dog killers. Does he find them? The whole journey is crazy. The best thing I loved about this, and it's kind of reminded me of myself, the main character talks way too much about half the time, nothing at all. He's nosy. He runs his mouth constantly so much that it annoys everybody. And guess what happens? The writer's so good that it annoys you. But the bigger thing that's happening here is the fact that he calls Bubba, who he's hired, and promised Bubba that he could have half of his 52-acre land if he helps him find his wife, the one blue dress lady. But he calls Bubba the N-word almost the whole time. But Bubba is so good. I mean, the character of Bubba is just amazing. This character is funny as heck. But what happens with Percival Everett, he just drags you in with all this humor. And he doesn't change the character too much. He has a little bit of changes towards the end. However, what Percival Everett does in this story is make you laugh at all these racial, crazy things that's going on, and his just stupidity. And then right towards the middle, not even in the middle, towards the middle, you start feeling, oh, did I just laugh at that out loud in public, spitting my coffee at Starbucks, cracking up at this Western? Did I just do that? Percival Everett is smart. I love him. He's a professor. He's written so many books. If you do not know, if you have not read anything by him, you will not be ready from one book to the next thinking, oh, I've got him. Oh, he's just in this certain box. No, not at all. Not from my dude. This is the book, and I'm going to see if I can actually see myself. And even if I have a green light, I got a green light, I think. I think I do. This is God's Country, Percival Everett. I know you weren't ready for me, and I wasn't really ready for you either. I just have so much anxiety. So the thing that I did on my lunch break, other than marvel about wanting to tell you about it and slip into that library on my lunch break and get more books, I seriously, I put some things in my book bag today to take back to the library. I took back the Common CD, a few of the John Coltrane's, because I had about 4 of them. I took about 3 of them back, and I do have one more. And I thought, wow, I'm listening to the Cartel 3, as you guys know. I finished 2, so I'm on Cartel 3. But I'm on the last CD. And I'm like, I can't not know what's going on. The way that they're writing these books is just not fair. The way that they're writing these books is hanging you just like, hello, did you just kill this person and expect me not to read the next book? No, they're smarter than that. They're college educated ex-hood rats. That's what they call themselves, or whatever they call themselves. I love it. I don't care. I'm not here to judge. Because as you know, with Percival Everett, you cannot judge. Don't be laughing at those racial jokes at work. You know, in the break room, by the water thingy, jingy, whatever they're doing. Don't do it, because he'll shame you. Not really shame you bad, but he'll make you wonder, what was so funny about you judging? Did you just judge Ashley and Jaquavis? No, you didn't, because they're smarter than you. You do not have a college education, Denise Cooper. No, you don't. Although you would like one. You just didn't do it. You didn't finish. You started. You're almost halfway through, but you didn't finish. So the Cartel, they know how to hook you in a way that's got me a little embarrassed that I went to lunch and I spent it in the library. And because I'm on the last CD of the 3rd Cartel, I got Cartel number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. I cleared them out. and I feel good about it. That's it. I've got a little book anxiety, and all you have to do to take care of said book anxiety is to go get more books. That's it. Do you want to see the books that I got? Okay. So I didn't just get the Cartel. I didn't just wipe them out with that. I did get other things. Do you want to see them? If someone's in the chat room, you let me know. Just say yes. If I look and there's no one there, I'm going to turn off and I'll come back at 9 o'clock and see if you guys are watching my videos. I've been here since 2006 October, says my email from you to the two. Congratulations, Denise. You've been sticking in there and you're getting your subscribers up and you're doing your good job, but we're still going to take away that monetization because nobody watches your channel. Okay, how you take care of book anxiety is you get the books you need, and then it makes you calm down because they're here, and they're here, and they're behind me, and they're in front of me. But even though I've bought a lot of books, I've got over 1,100 books in mi casa, and I still feel the need to get more books. I just did a book haul at my favorite Black-owned bookstore, the Doc Bookshop. I should be satisfied. Why am I not satisfied? Is there something else going on? Is there more going on? Is that why I've been here since 2006? Aging right in front of your very eyes. Wondering when this is all going to stop. Have you even heard anything I've said? Do I have you on mute? Did I forget? Am I just pantomiming? Oh, no, 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 baby. Don't leave me here through the night. Talking to myself. I'm going to look over and you tell me. Hi, you guys. There's 5 of you. How are you? Okay, so hi, stuff. See, I'm telling you, see, this is what happens. You drum people up. You know, the other morning, I just thought about my twin. And I thought about how positive he always is. And he's always smiling. And he's the first. He's the first. Did I put on my glasses? Did I see that right? Are you not the first? Stephen Massey, he is the first person in the chat room, an unscheduled chat room. I think about him the other day and I sent him a message early in the morning. I knew he was up. Okay. I wasn't trying to bother him, even though I could probably send him a text or whatever at 3 o'clock in the morning and he'd be like, what's up, twin? What you need? Are you okay? I'm telling you, we still are here with it. Nobody can break that. I said nobody. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Anyway, I'm on a book anxiety high. Seriously, I went to the library and that's why I'm feeling like this. Hi, Stephen Massey. You are nowhere close to average. God, don't I know it? You know what? You've made me this way. And how we grew up made us this way. We are not average people. And that's why. That is why you have such a wonderful following. That is why you're always smiling. That is why you educate the masses into what? What is the whole purpose of Stephen Massey's education? Why am I always bringing him up? You know why? Let me tell you what it is. It's called love. It's called, he has one sister, okay, and a mother who was just amazing, and a father who made the best tea in the world, and I still miss him to this day. But they welcomed everybody into their home. I literally sometimes think that he's truly like, we've got the same DNA. Yes, we call each other twin, but you guys, you want to know the truth? We are not related, but we are. You can't tell me that we're not. You can't tell our families that we're not. It's just the way it is. But truth be told, we are cousins in some sort of way because as you all know, we are all family. But anyway, let me get off my Stevie bag because I'm telling you, I probably won't, but I'm just saying. He's amazing. And he encourages me to just keep being the uncommon me, right? That's all I'm saying. And the library made me feel great. And I was thinking about my friend, and I thought, wow, what would Stevie do? He'd just keep on being himself, right? Hi, Keisha, for a second. She says, hello. Hello there. Hi there, Angela D. That was my book buying partner on Saturday. Yes, Angela, I went to the library. Why? Don't know. Other than the fact that I'm a book addict and I'm here to confess and say, hey, my name is actually, you guys know me by Denise D. Cooper, right? But let's keep it real. My name is Nisi, and I'm a book addict. And I was given a book by my mother, and I haven't stopped since. And then I'd be down in the basement at my dad's house looking at all his college books, and I haven't been able to stop buying books since then. I used to keep my book loving in the closet, kind of say, but I came out the closet a long time ago, and there they all are, all in the darn shelves. Came out the closet, you say? No, with books. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So I didn't want to tell my friends how I used to be in all three rooms of my house with books and dancing and books and dancing and books and dancing. That's what I used to do. And I'm still hoarding books. And I love it. And I even love giving them away. So this is what book anxiety feels like, looks like. And I've got stacks here. If you want to see them, let me know. Like I said, let me know. I'm going to read the comments and see if I can calm down and drink some water. Can you hear me? I guess you can because Stevie said I wasn't average. I'm back to slurping. I have no control. Anyway, and Keisha Forsaken says God's Country sounds interesting. Oh my God, it is. I'm telling you, it's hecka funny, and then he's so smart. He hooks you in with all those laughs, and then he gets you like, this is some racist stuff going down here. Let me show you how bad you look now. But anyway, that's kind of how I felt, and I stopped laughing. And then it kind of gets sad and so good, and then, oh my gosh, this guy is so annoying, but it's funny annoying. Like the names in the book are amazing, which I was going to talk about, but maybe I'll save that to Saturday. Oh my gosh, the names alone will have you. Anyway, God's Country sounds interesting. Need to read the sample, and yes, would love to see what you got. Okay, that's one vote. I got you. Stevie's kissing. I love you. You have no idea. You going to make me cry, twin. You know how much you already know. You already know. And I just, when I was thinking about you the other morning when I texted you, I thought, you already know. We ain't got to tell nobody. We ain't even got to tell nobody. But that's just the way it is. And it's always going to be that way. So I love you. As you say, in your words, I love you to life. He talks about that all the time. He says that to people, and I love that. I love you to life. You're going to make me cry. That's where I left off. Keisha Forsaken says, well, there's the family you're born with and the family you choose. Family is family. A to the man. Amen. Okay, so I will show you actually what I did get on my lunch break. And I will tell you, I was just feeling so crazy at work. Like sometimes people can say the snarkiest, funkiest things just to make someone else feel little. And I'm not here for it. So I bit my tongue today, but I bit it all the way to the library. And because I was like, you know what? I could go now. But then I was like, nah, don't do it. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Go do something joyous. Even though you don't need another book, you did take some things to take it back. So I dropped them off. But you can't put me in a library or a bookstore and expect me not to walk out with anything. And I'm not a thief. I'm just saying. So the book page, of course, you guys know that I love the book page. This will be recorded, so we'll talk about this right now, or maybe we'll hold off on this on Saturday. So I got this today from the library, and it's February 2018. Yeah. Anyway, it's called Love Books, question mark. And who's on the front? Kristen Hannah. The Great Alone. You know what? I've got Kristen Hanna books. Didn't know what she looked like, and there she is. Okay, all right. And the reason why I get it is because I love it. It's a bookish magazine about what? Books. So the reason why I'm going to talk about that on Saturday is because last month, remember, there was only 3 recommendations for African American writers, which I'm only reading this month, this whole year, called The Reading Blackout. And thanks to all the bloggers who are mentioning my name and The Reading Blackout, which again, that short hashtag that Dee Dee gave me, Reading Blackout, was so perfect because I was like, The Reading Blackout for 2018, this, that, and the other. And so she shortened it up. So you guys, you can actually go to Google and put in hashtag Reading Blackout. Now, at the beginning of the year, I did it, and my videos come up, my show, but not my show, but here on YouTube, it came up. My channel comes up. Now when you hashtag Reading Black Up, Twitter, bloggers, Dee Dee's blog, which I read today. And so all these bloggers are coming up and websites. People are actually joining in the Blackout 2018, which is hashtag Reading Blackout, along with the booktubers who always join and reading So Lit, reading Blackout, Black History Month. So there's so many different things going on. There's February. Oh my goodness, Lauren and the Books, who I love her channel, and she's reading all female authors this month, I believe. I'm not sure if it's only this month, but I'm going to check it out because I heard about it on Ink and Paper blog. And yes, I'm going to show the books, Keisha, but I had to get this out. Just a really big, huge thank you for everybody that's participating in reading Blackout. I am overwhelmed. I think it's a wonderful thing. So this month is all Black History Month, and so many people are putting on their TBRs and adding African American writers or African writers from Africa or Canada or whatever, wherever, onto their TBRs for Black History Month. So that is the biggest shine of February. And then Read So Let, and then reading Blackout. And I'm so glad to be a part of all of it. And it's just amazing to see all the support. And it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single year. And I'm enjoying well, I'm enjoying mainly looking at all the books because, again, I have book anxiety, and part of that is from Instagram, Twitter, obviously YouTube, and all the blogs that I like to look at, and reading Dee Dee's blog, Brown Girl Reading. Okay, if you watch her channel, fine, but if you are not reading her blog, start reading it because she's a really good writer. And most of us know that. But if you are watching this channel and you don't know about Booktube, there are a lot of people that upload bookish types of videos. That's what it is. And we discuss our love and passion for books. However, what's going on this month that I just mentioned is just beautiful. That's all I got to say. And thank you for everyone that is subscribing to the channel after all these years. Thank you for showing up. Okay, so this is what I got at the library, but let me tell you first what I'm listening to. Again, it's addictive, man. I didn't, I'm going to have to read some nonfiction after this, which I have some nonfiction every single month because I love nonfiction. Unfortunately, sometimes with me and my moody reading self, I'll get a nonfiction and then I can't read anything else right after it. But I'm getting better at that because I recognize that I do a lot of book trash talking after I read a nonfiction because I'm on this, like, I just need the truth right now. I just need somebody's good story, bad story, or what have you. It just needs to be nonfiction, and I'll get on that boat. And then about time I read some well-hyped book, I'm like, I'm not feeling that. It wasn't as great as The Purse or whatever. So anyway, currently right now I am reading or listening to the Cartel, the third one. I have one more CD and it's in that baby, and I went to the library and got the rest. I was not joking. I'm telling you, they have these cliffhangers, and the cliffhangers are ridiculously engaging. You're like, it's just like one big story. I felt like today, even when I told the librarian, I was like, I wish they would have wrote just one big old 400, 500 page book because there's like 6 CDs in each one of those. Okay. So, and I did read the physical book, the first one, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'll just get the physical books. And then I was like, no, the audio is so good. It's got sound effects and stuff. So it's in the stack. So I'm not going to pull those out. I'll actually, hi there, hi there, hi there, hi there. Let me actually, hi, 7 people. Let me go down, scroll down, scroll down. There we go. And well, there's okay, I got that. I'm so proud of you. Love you to life. Thank you so much, Stevie. It's so much fun. Bookish people are the bomb.com. Bookish people do it better. Hot. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Do what better? We read better. I'm just joking. But anyway, let me see. Okay, you can see it. There we go. So this is some of the book haul from the library. Joplin's Ghost, Tananarive. Now, you know I wasn't impressed with the short story that I read or listened to in The Ancestors. And so I've got 2 books on my Blackout bookshelf that I will be reading this year by her. But the Blood Colony, I believe I have, is out of order. So I want to actually purchase the other book so that I can have the whole set. I don't want to break it up, but I might. I don't know. But this one here is Joplin's Ghost, and it's a standalone. So I don't have to worry about it being out of order with what I already have. So this is Joplin's Ghost, and I've said it like 3 or 4 times. It's the anxiety. It is seriously book anxiety. Best-selling author Tananarive, who I follow on Twitter, and she's got some really good tweets. Did you see her outfit when she went to go see Black Panther? If you have not, follow her on Twitter. And I mean, it's amazing. I just loved it. And I think she's changed her picture to what she actually wore to the opening night. It's just awesome. A Tananarive, a Bram Stoker, sorry, award finalist. And you guys know, I think when I was talking about the ancestors and how it was kind of like some scary stories, but they really weren't scary to me. But I just don't pick up horror books other than Stephen King. But anyway, I did tell you guys when I was talking about that Bram Stoker's Dracula is like my favorite all-time scary movie because it was so beautifully artistically done, and it's creepy, and it's just out there, but it was done so beautifully. Like that movie makes you want to make a movie. You wish you had millions of dollars so you can just go make a movie. It's just that inspiring. As far as the scariness, I mean, come on. It's the devil. I mean, really. But the movie is beautifully done. So she's a Bram Stoker's Award finalist, crafts mesmerizing tales of suspense. Her work is often favorably compared to that of horror masters Stephen King, Dean Koontz, who's Stevie's favorite, and Anne Rice, who's Tasha's favorite, my daughter. Joplin's Ghost is a once a romance history and a chilling ghost story. So Joplin, the famous musician, I'm sure that's where the name comes from. But anyway, it says, as a young girl, Phoenix Smalls, Biggie Smalls, Joplin. Okay, anyway, she's very into music, or either that's just me. As a young girl, Phoenix Smalls almost died when a piano nearly crushed her. 14 years later, Phoenix is an R&B singer. Did I say the woman loved music? On the cusp of stardom, anxiously awaiting the release of her debut album, Rising. While working in St. Louis, she happens upon the old piano again, Joplin, right? Setting off a series of haunting erotic encounters. Erotic encounters with the spirit of jazz legend Scott Joplin, right? Now the pressures of fame and a ghost seeking to live. Booktube live. It's got me saying live every time I see the word live. Booktube live live. All right, so a ghost seeking to live. Let's get that right, okay? Forever. Threatened to end Phoenix's career and life before it can take flight. Oh my gosh. And then it talks about the narrator. Lizanne Mitchell's warm tone perfectly captures the allure and intrigue and blah, 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 blah. And so it doesn't have a picture on here of the narrator. Usually, you guys remember, I'm telling you who's the narrator, so maybe you can write those down. And because I definitely want suggestions, if you listen to something that's really good, since I am going to be doing a lot of painting, 1 painting a week. Yes, I'm behind. It's Wednesday. And last week's is still sitting up there, but I did work on it last night. I did. And I also have to do really is the angel wings. and I'll be almost done. That's a lie. Still got shoes to do. So anyway, I'm still working on that one, but I will have that done before the week ends, and the other one will be up and started on, and I'm just going to get it done. That's all I'm saying. Okay, do not count me out. I will have my 52 paintings and my 52 books. Oh my gosh, I'm so ahead because the more I paint, the more I can listen and get those books and stories in my ear, and it's inspiring me to paint certain things. So it goes together, right? Right. And this is, oh my God, 19 compact discs. This is going to be good. This is going to be epic. Versus the 6 compact disc in each one of those cartels. So anyway, I got that one. Long talk about that one. I own this book. And because I just said I was going to be painting a lot, and I'm trying to get after I do this little thing that I'm working on now with the angels, for some reason those are coming out. I'm still going to work those, but I can't be leaving them their boobs out, or I don't know what that is about. Like they're all naked. So I have to stop putting nudity in my paintings for an art show that I want to do. Not that I've got it, but I want it, so I'll get it, kind of a thing. So I'll be working on that and stop with all the nudity, Denise. And because I had to take this off my shelf last week with Miss Tyuri Jones, The Untelling, and I put it on the black bookshelf, I figured I need to go ahead and get this. So that way I can take it to work, read it on my lunch breaks, and then come home and paint and listen. So that way I can stay ahead of the game, right? So the Untelling. And then I got CDs because I did take back 3 John Coltrane's, and I took back my Common CD. And since Best Buy has announced on the news that they might not be selling CDs anymore, not that I've been buying a lot of CDs, but I mean, I still kind of want to, like when I go there, because I bought this camera from there, I still shop Best Buy. And they're going to take it out because people are not buying CDs. Everything is online and all the little compact things that we have. But I got Fantasia. Let's stop talking. And I haven't bought a Fantasia, but I have bought tickets and I've seen Fantasia live. Me and my sister Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Big sister Sherry. And the definition of Fantasia, and this is a pretty cool cover, and the girl's melanin is thebomb.com. Okay. Man, she's got beautiful skin. And then next one, Stevie Wonder. Hey, Stevie. Stevie Wonder. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know me. But anyway, I listened to Stevie Wonder, and it's Fulfillingness, okay, first finale. And why can't I read that? It's like written in kind of the graffiti style. Stevie Wonder, Fulfillingness, first finale. May 8th, 2017, I guess this is when it came out. I had no idea. The library will let me know about a lot of stuff. And then I got this one here. This is The King and I, Faith Evans, Dade City, Florida girl, and the Notorious B.I.G. Yeah, from Jamaica. Oh, from New York, by way of Jamaica. And Fantasia again, I believe. So those are some things that I'll be listening to when some of the books are done and I'm still painting. Because usually these days, this is all I'm doing is painting and listening to books and reading books. And that darn God's Country was so good. So I'm glad I'm getting in my physical books as well. Then I got Tyler Perry because his emails I still get. And I haven't read them in a long time. But I just noticed, and I don't, I know we can talk about people these days. And sometimes the internet is just so ugly, it makes you not like somebody. But we're all sinners. We are all flawed. We are all tainted with something. I got issues. We all got issues. I mean, I didn't go on Sunday live like I told you I would, but I hope y'all not hating me for it, because then that would be counting me out. But you know how fickle things can be when you open yourself up to people and allow yourself to do the things that you dream about doing, right? So I've been hearing some negative things, but I thought, I always get inspired by his emails. They're so uplifting. And so I wanted to listen to one of his books. And this is the newest one, I believe, Tyler Perry, Higher is Waiting. And I just want to hear it because he always tells good stories. I mean, he's a good storyteller. The man wrote several plays and then it turned into movies. And I remember when his movies used to come out, the line was really long. And now it's just like, yeah, you can go in there and you can see empty seats. But uh, I don't know. And he's got TV shows and so forth and so on. He's got a whole enterprise, right? And there's just something about how he's always smiling, or when he's happy, it's infectious, So I'm not judging. And I just, when I read something negative or see something, I'm thinking, how negative, or what is your wrong? And no one is calling you out on it because you're not in the limelight. So I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me. And then I have more. So there's my little receipt from the library. hmm The Cartel 4. That's coming up next. There's only got one CD left. And the Cartel 5. Yes. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's there. It's there. And I got to clean up my room again because I'm throwing stuff all on my bed. And the Cartel 6. They're all out of order. And this one, you guys, is in a MP3. It's on one CD, the whole book. So she says, make sure you have an MP3 player. I'm like, my son does. And I know this is MP3 compatible and blah, blah, blah. And even in my car, it's MP3 compatible. So I get to listen to this in my car too. I love it. Oh, so that's Cartel 6. And then the last one, Cartel 7. And you guys, they had young Carter, like number 1 and 2. I never knew that they wrote a separate series of this character. So that tells me that maybe it's before the Cartel. I didn't even want to know. I don't want to read synopsis about the Cartel because I don't want to know. I'm telling you, stuff happens so fast in the Cartel. People live very small, short lives there. And so I didn't want to read whether the young Carter 1 and 2 were before the Cartel, when he was, before he went to Miami, or after the Miami stuff has gone down. I just don't want to know. So that's why I left off that. So that is, no, my TBR hasn't changed as far as the physical books. The physical books will always be what I show you guys because I'm doing so good with that. Because they're usually just 4 or 5 books, and then all the audio books, I can just run amok and, what have you. And that, I think, is it. But I still have loads of books. But I think I'm going to stop that right now. And thank you guys for being here. And for anyone that watches afterwards, how do we get rid of the book anxiety? How do you deal with it? My thing is, the library is always free. If you have already done a book haul like I just did this past weekend and you don't want to spend any more coin, and yes, I did owe the library $3, but for everything that I'm getting, oh my God, it's so worth it, right? And one of my favorite librarians I found on Twitter by way of the writer Roxanne Gay, telling writers, why are there so many of you, like new writers or what have you, maybe independent writers, because you guys know my emphasis is on an independent writer. That's the whole point of me doing the reading blackout. She was asking, why do so many of you not have a website? I've got money. Like, she's literally like saying, I will back you. And my old librarian from Lakeland, Florida said, I'll throw my hat in. And she leaves a website link to her website. And I'm looking at this lady with this cute short afro, because, I like to keep my afro short. And yes, I'm growing locks, Stevie. And that's why it looks like this. So anyway, I'm like, I recognize her. She's my librarian from Lakeland, Florida. Always regal, always just clean and sharp and very professional. Always made me walk like a little taller, like want to be like that. Like I want to come off like that with that air of confidence and beauty and regalness and what have you. And then I go, no, I'm just a mess. But she's just amazing. And the recommendations that I would get from her and other library staff, I have been a member of almost every state that I've lived in. I've always had a library card. So not almost, every single time I've moved and lived in a different state, I always belonged to the library. And that was one of my favorites because of her. And I told her she's a life-changing librarian. And if you follow me on Twitter, you already know, and I don't want to start crying, but her name is Brenda Joyce. and she's amazing. Brenda Joyce Patterson of Lakeland, Florida, who's been a librarian, I think she said for like 34 something years, and she's amazing. And I hope that whatever Roxane Gay wants to do to her, because she's a poet also, so I hope that she is connecting to Roxane Gay at this very moment and just helping her spread her intelligence to so many of us. If she has a book on the way, or if she has books and poems that are books, I want one, and I hope Miss Gay helps her out, because she really just opened it up for anybody. And I told them that she's got my vote, please. I mean, she's amazing. She's life changing. And so when you find someone like that, that no matter what your circumstances are, and if you visit the library as much as I do, um, some of the things that can also give you anxiety in the library are all the homeless people that you see there. And sometimes that's their safest place. That's their shade for when it's too hot. It's their protection when it's raining and hailing outside and the library is open. And they have those, you know, placards on the library. I know they do here in Fort Worth, where it's like a mother hugging someone, and it's called a safe place. So a lot of times you go in there and you go, oh my gosh, I wish it wasn't like this. Like, what can I do? And so you pay your library fees, you donate, you do whatever that you possibly can so that someone can have a safe place, and maybe they'll pick up a book that can help them with a drug addiction, mental health issues, um, shelter, how to save your money if there's scrimping and save. There's all kind of things. Books cover everything under the sun. And when I am really in that anxious depression place that I know that I get to, I can always roll over and pick a book up off my shelf and go to a different place and figure out if it's um, just not just life saving, but also entertaining, also takes you away to somewhere that um, just basically a journey. It gives you some company, it provides some support. So writers are just like a best friend, and the library is where I can find them. A bookstore is where I can find them. Booktube is where I can talk about them. So I honor your time that you give me all the time. And if it's even for 5 or 10 minutes on these ridiculously long videos that I choose to do, I thank you. And that's it. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Thanks for being here, Keisha. Thanks for being here, Angela. Thanks for being here, my twin, the love, my brother from another mother. I love you. And kiss your mom for me, because I think she rocks. Bye, guys. Hi, KT. Hi, retired book nerd. I love you, Joe. I love you, KT. I was going to say Karen, which is your name. I love you guys. I really do. And I appreciate you. So I will see you guys Saturday. And that is it. No Johnny Coltrane, which I did find out that sometimes, like some of the people that used to watch me overseas, and I was like, why aren't these guys watching anymore? I'm still watching them. I found out because of the music, it actually blocks from other countries. And so for a small booktubers that may not pay attention to those emails that we get sometime, or why our videos are blocked or what have you, it may be something in the background that picks up and it'll say blocked in this country or that country. Because when when you pull up the statistics, who's watching, and it's all the United States, Canada, which is probably one Canadian, hi Mathis Bailey, and Australia. And I thought, who's watching in Australia? There was a booktuber that I used to watch in Australia. That's the only one that I could think of. And it's just these very small, like 1%, 2%, 4%, in these huge countries that then they fell off and stopped watching. And then I would notice, oh, it says blocked in certain countries because of the music and the things, like if my son's playing any type of music, because DJ will listen to everything from he has the John Coltrane album. So if he's playing something or a Jay-Z or something in his room and it picks up, it blocks my video from that country watching, and it'll send me a little thing. This is just a warning, you're not in trouble. And so we might want to pay attention to that for those of everyone that is really concerned about the monetization being stripped away. And I just hope it doesn't affect the fact that I can go live. And I'm losing my voice because I've been talking too long. But how do you cure book anxiety? You read what you love. You do what you love. You continue on. If it's too much for you, then listen to some Coltrane. Paint a picture. Sew. Go dancing. Ah, I wish I could watch Stevie tap dance again. You just don't know. I love all the other stuff you do, but there was something special when you tap danced. I love it. Bye, you guys. I'll see you Saturday. That's it. That's it. That's all I got. And